As the engines roar to life and the runway trembles beneath its weight, the world holds its breath in anticipation. With a surge of power, the sleek form of the B-2 Spirit gracefully lifts off the ground, defying gravity with an effortless elegance. As it soars higher and higher, it becomes a symbol of technological brilliance and the embodiment of airborne supremacy. The B-2 is the most advanced bomber in the U.S. inventory and is one of 3 types that still carry nuclear gravity bombs. The Air Force currently operates 20 B-2 bombers, with the majority of them based at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri. In the late 1970s, the administration of President Jimmy Carter opposed the high-speed B-1A bomber as a waste of government money. Carter had been briefed on the new field of stealth technology and was responsible for the development of the F-117A stealth fighter. Instead of the B-1A, Carter authorized development of the advanced technology bomber. Little was known about the bomber at the time, except that it would incorporate new radar-evading technologies and possibly a dramatically different shape than previous bombers. Meanwhile, Northrop had been actively involved in stealth technology research since the mid-1960s. At their research facility in Rancho Palos Verdes, California, Northrop focused on developing radar-evading aircraft shapes and radar-resistant materials. Although the company lost the competition to build the experimental survivable test bed, which later evolved into the stealth fighter developed by Lockheed, they did secure the opportunity to construct another stealth test bed, known as Tacit Blue. Tacit Blue showcased 360-degree stealth capabilities, a critical feature for a penetrating strategic bomber. Engineers had long known that flying wings had a minimal radar signature, and flying wings were a specialty of Northrop. The company had produced 4 flying wings: the Northrop N9M, the XB-35, the YB-49, and the YB-49A. Although none of them had been chosen by the Air Force, the experience gained from these aircraft forms gave Northrop valuable expertise. A flying wing, properly shaped to further confound radar and utilizing advanced composite materials, would create the ultimate penetration bomber, undetectable by radar. The B-2 was developed as a black program with both advantages and disadvantages. On the positive side, it was developed with a high level of secrecy, and until its rollout in 1988, few were certain about its exact appearance. However, the costs and development problems that led to cost escalation were kept secret until 1988. The overall cost of the B-2 program rose from $35.7 to $42.8 billion. Approximately $1 billion was spent on strengthening the wings, which was an Air Force requirement in case the bomber ever needed to fly at low altitudes. On November 22, 1988, the first B-2 was rolled out at Air Force Plant 42 in Palmdale, California, and given the name Spirit. The bomber looked like a boomerang with a serrated rear section. Like previous Northrop designs, it lacked a tail, seamlessly blended wing and body, and buried its 4 General Electric turbofan engines deep within the aircraft fuselage. At the time of rollout, the B-2's unit cost was estimated at $515 million each, making it the most expensive plane ever made. The value of stealth had not been proven in battle, and Congress began to fret about the cost of the projected 132 aircraft. On top of cost and effectiveness issues, Mikhail Gorbachev's perestroika reforms had considerably lowered tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union, reducing the likelihood of nuclear conflict. The number of aircraft was eventually trimmed to just 21. The B-2 is 69 feet long and 17 feet high. It has a wingspan of 172 feet, exactly the same as that of the XB-35 and YB-49. It has a speed of 680 miles per hour and a maximum altitude of 50,000 feet. It has an unrefueled range of 6,000 miles and mid-air refueling capability. The new bomber was one of the first military aircraft to make widespread use of new composite materials. Nearly 80% of the aircraft is made from woven composites that incorporated glass, carbon, and graphite fibers, while the remainder is made of aluminum and titanium. The Spirit also has a radar-absorbent coating whose sole purpose is to further reduce the radar signature. Former Air Force Chief of Staff Larry Welch has stated that the B-2 has a radar cross-section in the insect category. The B-2 has 2 weapons bays built into the belly section that together can hold up to 40,000 pounds of ordnance, Each bay carries 8 bomb racks, and in the nuclear role, the bomber can carry an assortment of up to 16 nuclear bombs. The need to penetrate advanced air defense networks in the post-Cold War era led to B-2 acquiring a conventional strike capability. The bomber can carry up to 16 Joint Directed Attack Munition satellite-guided 2,000-pound bombs. In the past, it has also carried CBU-87 combined effects munitions and CBU-90 Gator mine dispensers. The bomber also carries the AGM-154 Joint Standoff Weapon, a glide bomb with a range of up to 50 miles and a GPS-based guidance system. For standoff attacks, the Spirit can carry the AGM-158 JASSM and the JASSM Extended Range. It is a large, stealthy, long-range weapon with a 1,000-pound armor-piercing warhead. Most exotically, the B-2 is uniquely configured to deploy up to 2 massive 30,000-pound GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators designed to blast apart command bunkers up to 61 meters underground, a capability meant to threaten decapitation of hostile foreign leaders and destruction subterranean weapons facilities. The B-2 has been extensively used in conventional roles. The Spirit first deployed bombs during the 1999 Kosovo War, and later in the Iraq War in 2003. B-2 were among the first aircraft to drop bombs on the Taliban and Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan after the September 11th attacks. And they also carried out bombing missions against Libyan forces in 2011. The bombers are restricted to flying from a handful of locations due to their need for special climate-controlled accommodations to protect their radar-absorbent coatings. Flight time from the home of the Spirit Fleet, Whiteman Air Force Base, to Iraq is 38 hours and includes 4 to 5 aerial refuelings. The B-2 Spirit replacement. The Defense Department unveiled the B21 Raider, the newest replacement for the B-2 Spirit bomber aircraft, on December 2, 2022, in Palmdale, California. Secretary of Defense Lloyd James Austin stated that the B-21 will serve as the backbone of America's bomber force, marking the first strategic bomber in over 3 decades for the Air Force. The B-21 Raider is expected to serve within a larger family of systems for conventional long-range strike, including intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, electronic attack, communication, and other capabilities. It is nuclear capable and designed to accommodate manned or unmanned operations. Additionally, it will be able to employ a broad mix of standoff and direct attack munitions. At the hangar of aircraft manufacturer Northrop Grumman, the B-21 was unveiled amidst dramatic music and lighting effects. The new bomber has a silhouette similar to that of the B-2 Spirit bomber. As a dual-capable penetrating strike stealth bomber, the B-21 Raider is capable of delivering both conventional and nuclear munitions. It will be able to support joint and coalition forces across the full spectrum of operations, and is also designed to be flexible enough to meet the evolving threat environment. The Raider was built with open system architecture, which makes it highly adaptable. As the United States continues to innovate, this bomber will be able to defend our country with new weapons that haven't even been invented yet. And the B-21 is multifunctional. It can handle anything from gathering intel, to battle management, to integrating with our allies and partners. And it will work seamlessly across domains and theaters and across the joint force. The B-21 looks imposing, but its true impressiveness lies beneath its frame and space-age coatings, stated Austin in his remarks following the bomber's unveiling. Let's discuss the B-21's remarkable range. No other long-range bomber can match its efficiency. It will not require theater-based deployment and will hold any target at risk without the need for extensive logistical support. Kathy Warden, Northrop Grumman's president and chief executive officer, explained the true differentiating factors lie within the B-21's platform. She emphasized the tremendous progress in digital technology since the construction of the B-2, highlighting the advancements incorporated into the B-21. Upon entering service, the B-21 will gradually replace the B-1 Lancer and B-2 Spirit bomber fleets, while joining the venerable B-52 as a long-range strategic bomber for the U.S. Air Force. With a heavy heart, we bid farewell to the iconic B-2 Spirit, an aircraft that revolutionized aviation and embodied American power.